Um, so our first topic today, let's go ahead and open up RStudio, just to just to set the stage. So go ahead and open up RStudio. And again, you've noticed my arrangement of RStudio might be a bit different than yours, which is totally fine. Um, I'm going to open up and create a code file. So just an R script. And this is where we're going to take all of my notes. Okay, and that we will start there for the moment. So our first topic is working with files. Again, I have learned from experience that there are some people who use R and they have been working on computer systems for a long time, and so things like file paths and file structures are like second nature to them. There are other people who are like, oh, I'm not sure I like that. So we're going to quickly go over some of the ways that R works with files, how it finds your files, and what are currently, I think, kind of the state-of-the-art ways that users of R tend to work with files to make their lives as easy as possible. Um, So there are three basic ways that R will find files. So let's put this in the notes here. We'll call this finding files. And by finding files, I also mean when we work in R and we export things to files, how does R know where to put those? So finding files in kind of a generic sense. So the first way is R can recognize absolute file paths. The second way is it can use a default folder. And then the final way is it can find files in a location that's relative to your default folder. So by an absolute file path, I just mean a location on your computer which is fixed. So for instance, I'm going to write some code that will absolutely not work on your computer. Um, let's say, let's load the file users Andrew A. Miles are for users. This is our course folder, which I've put on the desktop of my computer. Data, and then crime.rdata. Now, if all has gone well, we'll stick that on a new line there. And I remember where this is located on my computer. This should load some files. So what it's telling me right now, it says, hey, I can't open this connection, largely because it's not exactly sure where it is. This actually points to one of the disadvantages of using absolute file paths. An absolute file path is like an exact location on your computer. If you get it right, you can load the file. If you move the file, if anything happens to that entire path, you can't find the file. So here I was telling R, hey, look, there is a folder called users. Then inside of that, there is a folder called Andrew A. Miles. Then there's one called R for users, and so on and so forth. And finally, at the end of that, there is a data file called crime.rdata. And what R is telling me here is, hey, you actually got that wrong, right? That's not where that file is located. Now, if I scoop my RStudio aside just for a second here, this is the folder that I am going for here, right? So we can double check, right? R for users, inside there's a folder called data. Inside that there is some data called crime.rdata. So we could troubleshoot that and we could figure out exactly what the correct path is, where on that path the mistake is. However, we almost never want to use absolute file paths, so we're not going to take the time to do that. And the reason is because they're fragile, right? You move your file, the path breaks. Likewise, if I were to try and share my code with you, I suspect that you probably do not have a folder called Andrew A. Miles. Oops, yeah, Andrew A. Miles on your computer, and that you don't have the exact arrangement of folders that I have on my computer on your computer. So this line of code wouldn't work at all. So we move to a second approach, which is using a default folder. Now, the main default folder that R uses by default, not to overuse the term default, is something called the working directory. The working directory just means, hey, this is the folder that your R expects you to be doing your work in. Directory is kind of an old-timey word that computer folks often use for folders. We can see what our working directory is using the command getwd. So when we run this line of code, we see that my working directory, at least, is currently set to users, Android, miles, documents, work, statistical horizon, intermediate R, intermediate R, intermediate R, because that's what I originally was going to call this course before I thought of a much cooler name like essential R skills. So that's where my R is currently looking. And so if I ask R to read in a file, if I were to do something like this, load crime.r data, it's going to look by default in this folder. And if in this folder, right here on this exact address on my computer, there's a file called crime.r data, no problem. It's going to load in just fine. If it's not there, we're going to get another one of those messages that says, hey, I can't, again, not a terribly helpful error message, right? It says I can't open the connection. What it means is like it can't find the file, right? Though it does mention that down here, probable reason, no such file or directory. Now, if we want to set our working directory, there are two ways to do that. I'm going to actually show you the cheater way first, because I think it will be the path of least resistance, and it will lead directly to the more robust way. You can actually set your working directory in in RStudio just by coming up to the session menu, come down to set working directory, and then choose directory. So again, session, set working directory, and choose directory. And then you can just kind of point and click your way to whatever folder you want to have as your working directory. Now, for our purposes, let's go ahead and set our working directory to our course folder. So wherever you've stored that on your computer, please go find it. For me, again, I've put that on my desktop, and here's the folder, R for users. And I'll take that, I'll click open, and you'll notice that what it does is it prints out a little bit of code here. So this is the R code under the surface that's actually doing the work for us. The reason at least in settings like this, I like to use the menus is because RStudio gets you the entire file path that you need in order to set your working directory, and it will do it in a way that's specific to your computer. So you can go ahead and take that line of code and copy it in. So here, let me annotate this a bit. So this code says, allows you to see the current working directory. This looks for the file in the working directory, and this sets the working directory. Now again, this line of code, the command would be the same, set WD, but the actual file path is going to be different for you because you're going to have a different operating system, you're going to have different folders, but it should point to this R for users. Now, once we've set our working directory, this does two things. If we ask R to find a file, it's going to look in now that R for users folder. So if we, open that up, and we had a file sitting right here in this folder, we could just reference it directly. R would find it, no problem. But this is where it's going to look, right in here. Now, here you'll notice that we actually don't have any like data files directly in our working directory. Where they are is in a subdirectory or in a folder within our working directory. This data folder here, right? And here we have a bunch of different data, including this one I keep trying to load called crime.r data. So what we can do is use a relative file path. So this is our third way that R finds folders here. So if it's not in that default folder, we can essentially tell R, well, starting at that default folder, starting at the working directory, where do I go? Where do you go from here to find the file that I'm interested in? And so in our case, we could say, well, I'd like you to load our file starting at starting at the data folder, and from there, come and find this file. Now, just to make sure this is going to work, I'm going to get my working directory again, just to make sure it's set to the place that I anticipate. It is, right? It's set to our R for users folder. And so this is now telling R, hey, look inside that working directory, find the data folder. Inside that, you should find a file called crime.rdata. Now, a quick note, this /, that's how we move between folders. That's pretty common across operating systems. The Windows tends to use backslashes instead of forward slashes. Regardless of whether you're on a Windows machine or a Unix-based machine like a Mac, forward slashes will work in R. So I recommend just using forward slashes just to make your life easier. And you'll notice that this time the command ran without difficulty, starting at that working directory and moving down.